Hi, and welcome to GEOWG TV. Previously, we reviewed the iPod Classic and the Zune 2.0, both 80GB devices. And now we're going to take a step towards something a little different. We're going to review wireless routers. Now, what makes these two particular wireless routers special is that they both have capabilities to run on the N range. So we've got the Belkin N1 Vision and a time capsule.
Right, so the Belkin N1 Vision was made by Belkin just a couple months ago, right before the Christmas holiday. And then soon after that, Apple decided to release the time capsule. I think it came out it was actually just a few weeks ago, and we're about to go into a lot of great features that it has to offer.
Now, I guess like one thing that we should probably talk about before is, I guess the time capsule doesn't really bring anything new to the table, right? I mean, like.
Well, I mean, besides the 802.11n networking range that you discussed earlier,
yeah,
and the fact that it now has an integrated either 500GB or 1TB hard drive.
Which you'll discuss.
Which I'll discuss.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so I guess the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the time capsule. So if we look at the back of it here, we can see that it has one WAN port right here. So that'll be from your cable or DSL modem in right there. And then you have 3 gigabit Ethernet ports out. And of course, this is just the power in, and then you have a USB in. The USB port can be is designed to be for either your printer that you can share wirelessly across your home network, so you can print from your desktop, your laptop, anywhere in the house, as long as it's in range of the router. And also, I already said that this has a 500GB hard drive built in for network storage, but you can also expand that up to however much you're willing to buy a hard drive for. So I guess you could go either a terabyte or 500GB or 250GB more with that USB drive, depending on what you buy. So
now, both time capsules, are they the same size?
Yes, they are the same size. Like dimension-wise, they're exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess now we have the Belkin N1 Vision, which is actually pretty special because, as you can see here, it's got a screen. Yeah, so that makes it pretty special. But if we take a look at the back, which I'll look at the front a little bit later, but if we take a look at the back, we'll notice that it has a WAN port and 4 gigabit Ethernet ports. So it has one more than the time capsule, but doesn't have a USB port, and it doesn't have an integrated hard drive. So those are 2 disadvantages of the N1 device. But if we take a look at the front, well, we'll see here, it displays the time. And it also displays some other cool things, as well as if this was actually hooked up to an internet connection, it would display the different devices that are hooked up or that are on your network. It'll also show you the connection speeds, upload and downloads, yeah. Usage. You can also do, this is actually pretty cool. I don't think I can get to it here. Let's see.
Yeah, you can. You have to hit it really hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, like this sideways.
Which one?
Over.
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 Right
All right, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, what you see here is it's called guest access. So you don't need to, like, every time you get on your computer, allow different computers or different guests, like your friends or something, to get on. You don't need to put like a network password or a key or something like that.
Yeah, it's basically just used for security. So you don't have to give anybody else your personal WEP key to access your wireless network. If you want to keep that information private, you can just set up the guest access, and then they have to type in that password. And not only do you not have to share that WEP key, but it also allows you to give them limited security privileges so they can't harm your other computers connected.
Right. So basically, just the advantages of having an N1 Vision is that you've got this really convenient LCD, or sorry, display up front, and I don't know. That's basically it. Some quick things. They say that you can get a range of 1,600 feet, but obviously that's like if you had like a flat field and no other interference from different communication devices. What else? Oh yeah, well it does support wireless N, which is the whole point of this comparison, and it does support G and B as well.
Right, and for some of our viewers who are unsure what that may mean, basically, up until a few months ago when they released this wireless in technology, you basically had your A, B, and G were the common network frequencies that your home network would run on. And these were working fine, but what was starting to happen was we were noticing limited ranges and limited speeds. And then this wireless in technology came about, and it allowed you to get to maximize the speeds on your routers as well as the range. So.
Right. I don't know, anything else with the time capsule?
Yeah, so basically last time on our last episode, we discussed the Windows versus Mac OS X, the latest versions of each. And one thing that I said in specific and discussed was the Time Machine, the new backup utility that comes shipped with all copies of Leopard. Now, this device is really handy because, like I said earlier, it can come with either a 500 gigabyte or 1 terabyte model and is expandable past that. So you can use this just to store files, maybe your iTunes library, maybe your media files, anything like that on that, and then access it from any other computer in the home network. But what it also does, hence the name Time Capsule, it actually will use that networked storage as a for the backup drive for all the devices in your house, so you don't have to go around plugging in your external hard drives in order to back up. It's just very nice and convenient, and will do it all automatically.
Right, and that's something that the N1 Vision does not have, unless you could somehow hook up a hard drive through an Ethernet port. Can you?
Yeah, you can. There's actually things called like the Drobo. If you get the network adapter for that, there's ways to get a USB to Ethernet connection somehow to your router.
Right.
But it's just more difficult and less convenient.
And a Drobo is pretty expensive.
Right, yeah. They run about $500.
Yeah. So. But those are pretty cool. Anyway, I guess now the big thing here is price. And that's going to set, that's going to make the decision.
That's going to be the big decision maker here.
So
basically, if you don't have a Mac, there's really no purpose in getting the Time Capsule unless you're really interested in keeping a nice like server-grade hard drive on your network that you can access all your files from if you want all those files to be on all the computers in your home. So if you're running a Windows machine, I really personally wouldn't recommend this, especially at the price point. So the Time Capsule, the 1 terabyte model is $500, and the 500 gigabyte model is $400.
Right, and the N1 bases at $180, but you can find it for much cheaper if you go to like those retail stores. So obviously that's what, a $350 difference.
Right.
Well, I guess $250 difference, and you could get an external hard drive for like much less than that.
Right, but then, like we said earlier, you would also have to go around and find some way to connect your USB drive to an Ethernet port in the back of that. So I guess some advantages and disadvantages of each, really quick summary of what we've just done. We've already shown you that the Time Capsule has 3 ports versus the
N1 is 4.
Yeah, and then we have a USB port on the back to make up for that 4th missing gigabit Ethernet port.